Ciao, I am Emme and she is Effe. We are from Italy and we currently live in Germany. This is our vlog, where we film our travels, expat life and all our little adventures with a goal to build our own memory vault and of course a way to make new friends and stay in touch with our loved ones. If you're one of those or want to be, stick around and enjoy the show. Greetings fellow Panda ones, it's very early in the morning and we already started in the direction north from our friends home in Rome. We had a day with them yesterday. We did not film anything, but we had a very good time with our friends. Now we started to drive north and we are ready at our first stop at the supercharger near Civitavecchia, which is a port town north of Rome. And yeah, we are still in Lazio but driving toward Tuscany. You can already see the landscape becoming more Tuscany-like. And here is Effe, still a bit sleepy. The car is a complete mess, so we have things everywhere, old cans, masks. So the holiday is really taking a toll on this car. So we charge now here at the supercharger and then the plan is to reach Modena today, where we will visit other friends. To reach Modena we could drive straight to Modena via the highway, but that's what we did when we drove south. What we want to do today, so as we have the full day available and to Modena is a 5 hours drive, we want to stop in Tuscany at the Terme of Saturnia. We have never been there. It's a very famous location. It was a difficult choice because we could only stop at one place, and between here and Modena there are so many worthy, beautiful spots and worthy places to stop, but we really feel we could use some thermal bath to relax and chill. So do you want to say something about the Terme of Saturnia?
We are gonna drive to Le Cascate del Mulino, which is a free part of the thermal bath in Saturnia. So they're open 24/7 every day of the year. And yeah, I think the most clever thing to do would be to go there during the winter time to enjoy this 37.5 degrees water that is flowing naturally from the rocks, and you know, to enjoy the difference of temperature from the outside, like really cold during the winter time and really hot water. But today will be a really hot day. So we just want to go there and experience the site, and also it will be really good for our skin actually, and we'll probably smell like rotten eggs for a week or something.
Let's go see if they already opened this bar here, and then we keep driving north. See you in Saturnia. Bye! Driving north from Rome, we chose the coast road and watched our surrounding change colors, from yellow to green, where we left Lazio and started our drive up and down the hills of Tuscany, the birthplace of Italian Renaissance. Today we are not hunting for cultural sightseeing though. We are looking for hot baths and good wine to bring home in Germany. So follow us as we explore Saturnia, and then we drive all the way to Montalcino to buy some bottles of the famous Brunello. South of the magnificent architecture of Tuscany and past the rolling hills of Siena lies the small town of Saturnia. With a population of under 300, Saturnia may fly under the radar of the average travelers looking to experience Tuscany's usual tourist traps. Among locals, however, the town has been frequented for centuries for its famed hot springs known as Terme of Saturnia. We have arrived! We are at the Terme of Saturnia and now we get our bathing clothes and let's jump in the water! Saturnia's history dates back to at least the 4th century BC, when it was first inhabited by the Etruscans. The town's natural hot springs quickly became coveted for their beauty and healing properties, and were frequented by locals and outside visitors alike. The Romans, who also recognized the healing properties of the water, later colonized the town. They renamed it Saturnia after Saturn, the Roman god of peace and renewal. One legend has it that Saturn, disillusioned with mankind's endless wars, sent a thunderbolt down to Earth, creating an enchanted hot springs that would bring peace to any who bathed in its waters. Another suggests that, during a quarrel, Jupiter, the Roman god of thunder, threw a lightning bolt at Saturn himself. The bolt missed and struck Saturnia, opening the ground and creating the formations from which the springs emerge. The sulfurous water of the hot springs, which flows southward underground from the 5,700-foot lava dome of Mount Amiata, before emerging 40 years later in cascading waterfalls, are some of the most pristine and relaxing in all of Italy. The minerals in its waters are believed to nourish the skin and help various skin ailments, as well as soothe the muscles and alleviate respiratory issues. It's an elixir for your skin. The minerals dissolved in the water amount to almost 3 grams per liter. The spring water is at a temperature of around 37.5 degrees Celsius. Where we are now are the main thermal waterfalls, called the Old Mill Falls. Here we are at the Cascate del Mulino in Saturnia. This is the free part. There are some thermal baths which you have to pay to enter, but here is completely free. There's a parking lot, but it's not very big, so you will need to drive here early to catch a spot right near the entrance. Otherwise there are other parking places before along the road, and we are here now and it's very relaxing. The water is warm, we catch a spot in the dusk, it's very pleasant, and Efre is already sleepy. Do you like it? Should we leave? Should we leave? Do you want to stay here a couple of weeks? It's very noisy, so I guess I will make a voiceover or something. driving. So we are now driving through Tuscany.
Jetzt leicht nach rechts auf Via Pietro Pifiri abbiegen.
See, okay. Leicht nach rechts. Oh yes, I got the right one for once. So we are on the hills of Tuscany right now. We left Saturnia and driving towards
Siena.
Montalcino.
Wait. Ooh.
So we have, as you can see, old Tuscanian towns all around us. We are driving through these hills, trying to make a slalom. Look. Everybody has their own Italian flag up right now, I guess due to the football team winning the European Championship. Big win. So we are driving through the Tuscanian hills right now and in direction of Montalcino, and we are 30 minutes away. We're about to enter the famous Val d'Orcia or Orcia Valley, and this is the heart of Tuscany, and we just want to drive through because we need to be in Modena before 6 or around 6 p.m. meaning we don't have time for many stops, but we want to drive through, so let's enjoy this road trip. Maybe we will have a quick stop to buy some Fiorentina for tonight. That's only a chance. We are not sure about it. Let's see if we find the time and the right place. Or maybe we can have a quick stop in Montalcino. What do you think? Do you want to stop there? Have a coffee? Walk around a bit?
Why not?
If we have time. There's plenty of beautiful things around the road to show you, so Efe will be our cameraman today. She's already struggling because the road is bumpy and she tried to keep it
Sorry,
steady.
guys.
We all appreciate your effort, Efe.
Thank you.
We just got to the wine shop and it's amazing. Let's go and buy some wine for our parents and for us. to Montalcino, the heart of Tuscany. Now we walk down there and we look for a good Fiorentina to buy for tonight. So our friend Nicola can cook it for us. Let's go! Boo! Is cooling off. Please, after you. After ladies. Ladies first. So we were looking for a butcher shop to buy a Fiorentina cut, and we didn't find it in the up there, but we found it in the nearby town of Buonconvento. So here it is. Now Effie will buy the meat for tonight. Sei contenta? Arrivederci. very happy after showing her prize.
It's like a baby.
Who speaks?
We knew this day would come, and it came, and it is today. That's the situation at the supercharger. We planned our stopping at Arezzo supercharger between Rome and Florence, but right now there are 4 cars ahead of us waiting for the supercharger. So I'm not really sure how long it's gonna take because all the stalls are already full. And yeah, there are 4 cars ahead of us, or at least 4 that I can see. Could be 5, I don't know.
So we have to wait.
We only need to charge for 20 minutes, I would say, right? Half an hour or so.
Yeah.
Maybe less.
I think there's a limit when the supercharger is so crowded. You are not allowed to charge more than 15
But
minutes.
that's
anyway.
really the first time ever we experienced this.
Yeah, it was bound to happen. More and more people have electric cars and Teslas, which is good, but not so good for the people who already own one.
Now we have to study a solution.
There's no solution,
No
just
solution.
wait. But the good news is we have Fiorentina with us, so
A
we are ready
huge
to grill.
T-bone steak. There is a pool here actually, so we could just leave Jarvis here and,
Yes.
and
If the
dive in
autopilot
while
would-
waiting.
If the autopilot was able to drive to the stall and attach itself, that would be a good idea.
I just wanna ride with you all night. I just wanna ride with you all night. I just
We are almost in Modena.
Almost in Modena.
You can tell because the sun is right in front of me. It's 8.
Blinding us
It's 8
completely.
p.m. and we are driving from Bologna to Modena, so we are driving west and we have the sun in our faces because it's the sunset. The light is very warm and we feel tired from this long trip but satisfied what we see today. We have experienced the thermal bath in Saturnia. We have seen the Tuscany countryside for the first time, and we bought a lot of very juicy things for tonight. And we are going to see our friend Nicola, so we are very excited and happy. I think that's it for today's road trip, or the second part of our road trip back home from our holiday in southern Italy. And I hope you enjoyed it. But that's not over yet because we want to show you our dinner. So after this, you will see some clips of our dinner at Nicola's house. Sounds good?
That's great. Ma quindi questo è a gas? No,
È a pellet.
elettricità. Ah.
No